Hello everybody and welcome to our unboxing for the very, very first deluxe expansion for the Game of Thrones LCG 2nd Edition, Wolves of the North.
Ow!
If you're a wrestling fan, you'll know what that's from. That said, I am a huge fan of this box, of this game, the relaunch. I'm a closet Stark fan. Okay, maybe not.
You're an Arya fan.
I like Jon Snow as well, and he's kind of a Stark, but spoiler alert, he's not. He's something else.
Well, we don't know that.
Later. Oh,
we don't know that.
No, we know it. We know it. So
here's the thing. We all but know that.
Dude.
It's like 99% sure, but there's still a chance.
No.
The books aren't written yet.
It doesn't matter. The books may never get written.
That's fair.
We're about to find out, though.
That's completely
We're about
fair.
to find out, though. That show's about to happen this week. It's like soon.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you want to be smarter than the Starks were for the first couple books of the series, check out our Covenant subscriptions. You can automatically get boxes like this and all the packs for the LCG delivered straight to you. Also helps us do things like we're doing right now, which is this awesome
It's
content.
very convenient.
It is convenient. Shows up automatic.
It's on your door. You don't have to think about
On
it.
your doorstep.
And then you open it, and then you're ready to play.
Now, all that said, I do want to warn you guys, this box is full of cards. This is a massive pile. So if you're sitting here watching this and thinking to yourself, man, I really want to watch this, you should. Sit back, relax. This is going to be quite an extensive video. We're going to cover all the cards in this box and kind of give you our thoughts on what we think. You ready to dive in?
Thoughts on what we think?
Our thoughts on what we think. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going to let you kick it off with
All
the
right.
very first character.
The very first character we're going to talk about today is Rickon Stark. Little Rickon.
Boo.
He's a one cost, one strength, no icon, Stark, non-loyal character. He's unique. He has the trait Lord. Hey.
He's a little lord.
You can put Seal of the Hand on him.
That's funny.
He has one job, Zach, and that is he has an interrupt that says when the effects of a triggered ability with the word search in it would initiate, sacrifice Rickon to cancel those effects.
That's annoying.
So if you're summoning or building seasoning
Or like the Maester one that lets you go get a Maester. Right?
or the Shadow by Queen
Or if, a plot comes out to let you get a wolf.
Yep, if there was one of those.
That'd be weird. Stay tuned.
So this is pretty good. He's cheap, so he's good for setup.
Also, he looks very angry.
He's very menacing.
But just funny. He's a cute little kid that you forget about. That's what his role in the show is.
For now.
Yeah, he's probably going to matter.
now.
It's like, I'm king of the north.
But it's one of those things that, like, this guy is pretty generic. He's going to go in decks. He's not going to go in decks.
He's a one cost. He's a great little cover setup, great little claim soak. He also really forces your opponent to deal with him before playing their search effect.
I'm going to make a prediction. Before eventually this game, this is going to be a one of in every Stark deck.
Eventually?
Yep.
Or like right now?
I think eventually.
He's not loyal, also worth noting.
It is
so
worth noting,
if you're bannering to the wolf, then...
The wolf.
The wolf.
But yeah, I think that eventually we're going to get to a critical mass of cards where you can run one-ofs like this, and it's worth it.
No, that's absolutely going to happen. That's the Game of Thrones. All right, next up we have a House Tully Septon, and you know what? I like this for a lot of reasons. First, it has the 7 trait. It's also House Tully. It's an ally. It's a Septon. Like the whole religious element to Thrones is something we've seen play out in the later books that weren't really around when the first game came out until later in the first game. So like they're developing this theme, which gets me excited.
It's
only starting.
It's very nettly.
So it's 2 cost, 2 strength, power icon, Stark, not loyal. It has a marshalling action. Discard a power from a character you control to reduce the cost of the next House Tully or the 7 character you marshal this phase by 2.
Now this is pretty good.
Limit once per phase.
This is a 2 cost, 2 strength character.
You can spend a power to reduce a House Tully or 7 person by 2.
Which is good from a character, right?
Yeah, so I'll say a couple things here about the economics of this game. Power is important. In this particular moment in the game, power is like very critical.
Here's the thing about power, though. It's pointless until you hit 15.
It's true. I wouldn't say pointless.
It's almost pointless.
Now, what I do like about this is if you're looking at a board and it's like, well, this character's probably going to go away, right? Like, as an example, Jorah from Targ, right? He gets a power every time he gets a token. At some point, it's like, I can't use him anymore. Mm-hmm. Well, this is a decent way to remove one of those power and get an ability from it and then go from there. So that's a cool little ability. I think Econ is super important in this game, too. Econ and power are like the 2 most important things to me. So it's kind of messy. You're trading one for the other. And if you're at like 6 power, you're kind of far away anyway. And getting another guy out can be
completely fair. It's also worth having an ally, which we haven't seen any direct hate for yet.
But, you know, you can probably imagine that's coming.
It was pretty prominent in first edition, so I imagine that we would see it again here
it's definitely
eventually.
Possible. Ally can be a weaker card.
Up next, we have Crazy Wolf.
Crazy Wolf.
Or, I mean, Shaggy Dog.
He looks a little rabyish.
I mean, Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I don't want to get bit by Shaggy Dog.
He's a 2-cost, 3-strength
Yep.
character, which is a good ratio.
Are you just amped for all the wolves?
I'm very
like
amped.
this is just your like.
Oh yeah, no, it's my jam.
This is your jam. All
He's
right.
3-strength with a military icon.
Right.
He's not loyal. He's a dire wolf. He's Shaggy Dog.
He is Shaggy.
He has no attachments.
Actually, I was wrong earlier. The most important thing about Rick and Stark is that he has Shaggy Dog.
That's fair.
Go ahead.
He has no attachments, which is good. And then he says, while you control Rick and Stark, he gets +2 strength and gains a military icon.
Rickon gets it.
Rickon, the 1-cost character we had earlier.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah, it's good. This will go in a direwolf deck, probably.
You'll definitely go in a direwolf deck, and then if you have one of a Rickon, it could be a little something.
Could be pretty good.
A little something fancy,
Pretty good.
nothing crazy.
Nothing
All right,
too
next
special.
up we have the lady herself, which is Sansa Stark, 2-cost, second Sansa we've seen, I think, second, right? Not a third. There wasn't
This
a
is
surprise
the
Sansa.
second Sansa.
She's loyal. She's 2-cost for 4 strength, with an intrigue and a power icon.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a very good. Those are good stats.
2-cost for 2 icons and 4 strength is pretty strong.
pretty
and
strong.
the lady trait, which is good. She also has Sansa Stark gets -1 strength for each Stark character in your dead pile.
Okay,
That's really
That's
thematic.
thematic.
That is so thematic that kills me.
it's very thematic.
like her
Kills you.
family. All right. She also has, while Sansa Stark's strength is 0, she gains insight. So
Now, this is one of the most thematic cards I think I've ever seen.
this is phenomenal.
So, early game, she's strong.
She's just a 2-cost lady.
But then as her
Throwing some
family
beats down.
starts dying, she
She's
gets
less
weaker,
strong,
but she learns.
She learns. It is.
She figures stuff out.
If you're watching this and you happen to design this card, props to you. This is a beautifully thematic card. I think it's a very useful card.
I think this is great.
I think
It's fantastic for setups.
And then once you get late game, she can add in. You can add her to a challenge, even though
good card
she's
draw.
not going to add any strength, but you're going to get card draw from it. And you know what? Card draw is also important.
It's also worth noting. No, that wouldn't work.
Note on. He
Well,
had an idea, but
it
it didn't
depends
work.
because you could use Lady to stand her, but if it gives her +2 strength, so she'll lose insight, unless you have 2 extra characters dead,
A bunch of dead Starks. Is it uniques?
and then things get interesting. No, it's just
Stark
each Stark
character.
character.
Wow, that's intense.
And she's also loyal, but I think this is a very good choice.
All
She's
right.
very good for setups.
It's cool because we get a box, right? So we get an influx of cards for this house, and we're going to continue to get boxes for the other houses. I'm really excited to see the development of like all the agendas and like even the fealty, right? Where it's like fealty before on some of the houses is hit and miss because you don't know if you're going to draw loyal cards.
Yeah.
But like at some point,
There
you
are
can
enough
run
loyal cards.
25 loyal characters
Yeah.
and cards, and it's like
It's very. I'm really excited for this game to develop into
All right.
that kind of card play.
Sansa's good. 2 thumbs up for Sansa.
Up next, we have the Bear Island Loyalist. Now, this gets me excited because this means we might eventually get Bear Island again, which is one of my favorite cards in first edition.
I hope we don't get Bear Island.
God.
I hope we get it. I just hope we don't get it the same one.
We'll see. This is a 3-cost loyal character for Stark. It's House Mormont traded. It's 2 strength, military power. While Bear Island Loyalist is participating in a challenge, each other participating Stark character you control gains immune to opponent's events.
Yes. Si
So
se puede.
you attack with like 20 strength military, and I just block with this guy.
Can't play.
You can't put it to the sword me. You can't.
Well, it's only participating characters are immune. Each other participating.
Oh.
But that's still really strong, right? If you do a military for like 12 strength, and I've got this guy and like someone relevant out, it's safe, right? Like I throw him in, it's like you cannot put me to the sword. You
Yeah.
cannot. If you had an intrigue icon, you could prevent yourself from some tears. I guess that doesn't really work though, because tears has to be played on a non-intrigue icon. So it's really going to save you from the military power triggers.
Yeah. This is not as good as I thought it was when I first read it in my head.
Tim's immediately degrading. I mean, I think that here's the thing about that. That's only going to become more useful as the game goes on.
Correct.
And there's going to be more cards that trigger. They've done this intentionally in the design, I think, which is way more effects trigger off of challenges, and it kind of makes the game circle around challenges. So
I guess this is really good against Targ. No Dracarys,
that alone,
no Dragon
like,
Sight, no
just being able to attack and not get Dracarys,
is huge.
I hear that's a good card.
It's huge. Yep.
All right, next up we have Osha. Osha. Also, she's Asha in the show.
No, she's Asha in the
Asha
show.
in the show, and then Asha Greyjoy is
Yara.
Yara, which is just crazy. All right, Osha, 3 cost, military intrigue, 2 strength, not loyal. She's a wildling, which I love. Challenges action: remove Asha from the challenge, then stand her. Limit once per phase.
This ability is Bugatti.
It is. It's like I'm gonna do a 2 strength intrigue. Normally, it's you have a 3 strength intrigue out, and it's like I can block it, win the challenge, and then cool. This is, if you do decide to block, I can pull her out, right?
Yep.
And then I have her as a character still. Or let's say that I attack with this and a 1 strength there. And then now you choose to not block. I pull her out and I still win the challenge with
Yeah,
a
no,
1 strength
it's
character.
very good. It's also worth noting that
I see you looking through that pile of cards
I just
there.
couldn't remember when a different card came out. There's the Wildling Scout.
All right. Is that in here or
It's
somewhere?
in an Elder pack where you can sacrifice it to give someone stealth.
That makes her good. You can stealth
And so
and
you
then
can
pull her out
stealth
and stealth
military,
again.
stealth entry.
Oh, yeah.
Which is super good.
You know what that's called?
Bugatti. Yeah, no, it's anytime that you can get stealth in multiple challenges.
100%. I mean, this is a really useful ability. It's a 3 cost with 2 strength and 2 icons. And like the ability to not waste her on an
I'm going to make a prediction.
One of in every
One
Stark
of them
deck.
in every Stark deck.
Yeah, this is coming from an old Stark expert.
I've spent a couple days thinking about Stark.
Oh man, this next one is creepy.
Up next, we have Old Nan.
I'm old man.
She definitely looks old in this depiction of her.
Jeez, man. She looks horrendous.
She looks a little rough.
Yeah, she's had better days, that's for sure. Wow.
She is a 3-cost, 2-strength intrigue icon,
Right.
non-loyal Stark character with the storyteller trait,
Which is cool.
which is beautiful. And she says, interrupt. When a plot card is revealed, kneel Old Nan to have that plot card gain the summer or winter trait until the end of the round.
Now this
Is awesome.
interesting.
It's awesome.
Interesting.
It's awesome.
Interesting.
I don't know how good it is, but it's awesome.
It is cool. It's really awesome, and we've seen previews for the winter and summer agendas already. And there's a lot of abilities that are bless you. There's a lot of abilities that are triggering off of if you have a summer or winter plot revealed.
By
And
the
so
way.
also if your opponent has one revealed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like if they have this revealed, bad thing happens to them. So this is really nice.
Now, I love the way they're doing winter and summer in this version of the game.
One, have you seen the art on those bad boys?
It's awesome. But I'm just talking about the seasons themselves.
Yeah.
It's not like you put a Raven into play and ends that season permanently until another one's played, or
It's
it's
plots.
not convoluted. It's just I reveal the winter plot,
It's winter in my side of the realm.
and I'm immune to things that say if you don't have a
Yeah.
winter plot.
Or you can penalize someone for it being winter.
Correct.
So on and so forth. That's what this is. I'm excited to see how much play we get on the winter summer. Because obviously, with the words winter is coming, winter needs to be important for House Stark,
Correct.
in my opinion, if you want it to be
In-
thematic and
in-
flavorful
in
and awesome.
fluff.
So I love this, and I'm just excited to see how they play on top of it.
Yeah, for sure. I think that it's going to be one of those things that this could also very easily be one of in a lot of decks, just to combat against other people's seasons.
100%.
Because a lot of them are, if you don't have a winter plot, you get
You get problems.
Problems,
Or summer,
yeah.
right? It's like if it's not summer, you don't get gold this round or something. It's like,
It's like I need that.
Yep. All right, next up we have the River Run Minstrel.
Just playing a harp,
4
just hanging out.
cost. Yeah, looking like you're having a good time. Stark likes musicians. River Run Minstrel, 4 cost, intrigue icon, power icon, 3 strength, House Tully Minstrel reaction. After River Run Minstrel enters play, choose a House Tully character. That character gains a power.
This is pretty good.
It's okay.
You can choose itself, so you always
I mean-
have a target.
Gain of power is good, especially late game. You get to like 14 power and it's just like, I win. But that's really expensive for what this is actually doing. Unless you have a card that you can discard a power to reduce it by 2. And then this is all of a sudden a 2-cost character with 2 icons and 3, and you get the power back. And you can put the power on someone else.
Yep. I think this is just going to be a good card. It's 4 for 3 strength, which isn't terrible,
Yeah.
and 2 icons, and then a power for late game, or like you said, for economy. It's just you could chain these if you have Sextons out.
It seems like the kind of card that's going to have to be synergistic for it to get played, where in and of itself, it's not really lighting the world on fire, but in a Tully deck that needs Tully characters and triggers off of Tully characters coming into play or reductions and all that kind of stuff, could be really strong. Or Minstrel music deck, I don't know.
I would love for there to be music.
That'd be
deck.
cool, right? Yeah, that's whatever
Big
happens.
Art's Heart.
It's like if you have 5 musicians out, you kill the Stark characters on the board.
The Reigns of Castamere.
Thematic. All right,
but
but
yeah.
that's all right. It's fine.
I think this is going to synergize well
It's not
with other
Sansa.
House Tullys.
It's not Sansa.
It's not. You're correct.
I'm not wrong.
It is not Sansa.
All right, what's up next?
Up next is Jory Cassell. Castle. Cassell. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Man, I don't know why I want to make so many mean Stark jokes. It's crazy. Like I just wanted to say, man, he's got a good head on his shoulders. Like,
Well, Zach, it's because you're a closet Stark fan, remember?
yeah, I just, you know what, why? Here's why I don't like. Here's the thing. Can I break off into a little segue here about Starks? Here's the thing, right? You read the first book or 2 and you watch the show, and like they just make me angry. They have no reason to just lose the Game of Thrones as hard as they do, right?
By they, do you mean Catelyn and Ned?
I mean, everyone in Stark. It's castle. It's the whole lot of them. But by the end of the 5th book, I am a huge fan of the Starks, actually. Like, reading that book, and it's like, okay, look, you were making stupid decisions, but you know what stupid decisions bought you? Endless loyalty. So I get it. I get it. If you play properly, if you play respectfully, you have the respect and the admiration and the total loyalty of the North.
The North remembers.
But like, that first 2 books just so upset me. First 3, really, where it's just like, quit making mistakes. It's like, quit it. Quit making mistakes.
That's easier said than done.
It's really not that hard.
It's easier said than
Anyways, tell me about
done.
Jory.
All right, so he's 4 cost, 3 strength, military power, non-loyal. He's a guard.
All right.
Okay. Interrupt. When a unique Stark character you control would be killed, sacrifice Jory Castle to save it. Then if there is a winter plot card revealed, that character gains 1 power.
There it is. Winter is coming. That's good.
This is pretty good.
So
I mean, he's solid by himself.
You can use him in like an attack or something. The efficiency here, right? You can use him in an attack, and then you can sacrifice him to save. And you can also gain a power, assuming it's winter.
Yep.
That's pretty strong.
It's pretty solid.
I'm going to give a 1.5 thumbs up to
I could easily see him being a 1-of in a lot of Stark decks.
Weird. What is all this 1-up business? Dead pile's a real thing. All right, next up we have Arya Stark. Cat of the Canals art there. 4 cost, intrigue, power icons, 3 strength. She's a lady. Reaction. After a Stark character you control is killed, sacrifice Arya Stark to choose and kill a character with strength 3 or lower.
This is the same effect as an Arya from 1.0.
So
and it was really good.
Sacrifice is discard, right?
Yeah.
So if a Stark character you control is killed, you can sacrifice her to choose and kill someone with 3 or less strength, which could be really powerful.
It could be very powerful.
I obviously immediately want to put this in a Targaryen deck, where you have all these things that like lower strength. So you have these 5, 6 strength guys that are down to 4, 3, 2, and it's like, oh, you killed my Stark person. Now I'm going to sacrifice Arya and kill your main person.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan. I'm an Arya fan as well. But
yeah, it's also worth noting, we didn't mention this earlier, but with cards that have the same name, you can only run 3 of the same name.
Sure, you can.
So like there
run
are
3
6
Arya
Aryas
Starks,
in the
period.
game right now,
Yeah.
but you can only run 3. Period.
You know what the only problem with this card is?
It's 4 cost.
No. Its name is Arya Stark.
Oh, I get it.
It's competing with the other Arya,
I
and the
get
other
it.
Arya is
really, really good.
remarkably good. So is the other Arya loyal? I don't think so. All right, cool. So I don't know. I think Arya is good. I think this will see play, and in the right deck, that could be pretty.
No,
brutal.
it's worth noting.
Note it. Note it right
There's
now.
going to be a card called Needle later in this pack, which might synergize with this. Well, we'll talk about it when we get there.
I just another note worth noting. I tend to remain as spoiler free as possible. So whatever you're getting from me here is almost always first reaction.
I, on the other hand, am 0 spoilers on this right now. I've seen every card in this pack.
Yeah, of course,
and I
you're
have
the
built
Stark
decks
dude.
with them.
100%.
I could not withhold.
What do we get next? Look at that art.
Up next, we have the Wolves of the North.
I love a good leaf with some sunlight coming in. No, seriously, it's just
Leave me alone, Zach.
look. See how the leaf's just there, and there's wolf, and there's sunlight. Like, it's beautiful
Wolves.
art. Christy Balenscu, great job. Wolves of the
I'm
North.
sure that's how you pronounce it, too.
Nope.
So this is a 5 cost character, Zach.
All right.
It's loyal. It's 5 cost and 3 strength.
Also, the card that is the name of the box ought to be good.
You
I
think?
have no idea what this does.
You would think that it is. 5 cost, 3 strength.
All right,
That's
tell
bad.
me more.
That's a bad ratio.
All right.
1 icon, military. Bad ratio.
Does it get better?
Direwolf.
That's
Better.
Getting better.
Better.
All right.
No attachments. Stealth.
This is better.
Getting better.
This is better.
Okay. But then it has this awesome reaction.
All right.
Okay. It says, after Wolves of the North bypasses a character using stealth, that character gets minus X strength until the end of the phase. X is the number of direwolf cards you control.
I love it. I love it. That makes Arya insanity. It's like, oh, I have 4 wolves out. I'm going to stealth you. You're -4. Now, if you kill one of my characters, Arya can nuke you.
Yep.
That's cool. That's
Or
really
you can
cool.
eat one of your own characters with a
Do
great
you,
win.
do you have a wolf deck yet? And if so, can I borrow it?
I do not yet. I have start good cards built right now.
I think that's good.
But
Start good cards.
direwolf is getting there.
For sure. All right.
And that art's beautiful.
Dude, I'm
You're
so
right.
happy with the cards I'm getting to pick here. Like, I had no idea. I just landed on
It's
Arya.
almost like we planted it.
We didn't, though. All right, next up we have Jon Snow. Jon Snow, the one, the only, 5 cost, 4 strength, Stark, not loyal. He's Stark. He's a really happy boy right now. Military icon, he is a bastard. That is his trait. I love that. Action. Sacrifice a start character to choose and stand a unique start character. Limit once per round.
Now this card is awesome, and here's why.
I was going to say, tell me more, man.
Rob Stark is insane.
Roberto?
You sacrifice a start character, and then you stand all of your characters.
Because how does Rob read?
After a start character is sacrificed or killed, stand all of your characters.
So Rob also goes well with all Arya.
Correct.
It's like, oh, you killed a dude, I'm going to sacrifice Arya.
Well, you
You
killed
already
the
got
dude.
the kill. You know.
Still.
Whatever.
Still. But, so this is just another way to trigger
This is one you
Rob.
can absolutely control, too.
Completely. And then you also can just use this in tandem with any other start character that's good.
Man, that's really insane, because it's like you have him out, you can do a military with him and Rob. Sacrifice someone else, stand your board.
Yep.
Woo!
Yep. No, it's solid.
Jon
This
Snow's
is definitely
delivering.
a one of in almost every start deck.
Weird. It's like all these good start cards. You're just putting one in a deck, and then that's your deck.
Up next, we have the Blackfish.
The Blackfish.
He is a 6-cost, 4-strength, House Tully Knight Lord, unique, loyal.
He's bringing the jams.
4-strength, military power, renown.
All right. This is
These
all
are
good.
good
These are
numbers.
all good things.
While the Blackfish has 4 or more power,
Ooh.
each House Tully character you control does not kneel to attack, or does not kneel when declared as an attacker.
He makes the value of that House Tully whatever thing
A
minstrel
lot
way better.
bigger. And then he has a reaction here. After you win a military challenge as the attacking player, draw 1 card.
Which is real good. Worth noting, this card was designed by 2009 world champion Eric A. Butzloff.
Yep. I mean, it's
Congrats, man.
it's the Blackfish we know and love.
Yeah, except for he has to have 4 power in this version of the game. It used to be 3, right?
Yep.
But that Tully guy we mentioned earlier with this is insane.
Yeah.
Because Tully guy can forcibly put power on this guy.
Yes.
Which is what you want.
It's just really good.
Yep. Just don't let him die before he gets 4 power and you're good to go. Blackfish is good. That's a deck. There's going to be a Tully deck. It's going to be a real thing. So, all right, next up, Eddard Stark.
Eddard.
6 cost, military power, 6 strength. 6 for 6 with 2 icons is already good.
This is much better than the 7-cost Eddard in the core set already.
Whoa, whoa.
He's 7 cost
You know
for
what my
5
favorite
strength.
part of these Eddards is, besides the awesome beard on this
What?
version of Eddard Stark? He's not loyal. That gets me every time. I love it. Oh, I love it. All right, he is Lord. He is also on the Small Council. This is when he was the Hand of the King, obviously. Renown. Reaction. After Eddard Stark gains power using Renown, choose another character participating in control. That character gains a power.
So this guy
Is aggro.
excellent.
It's like, oh, let's get all the power.
Imagine him attacking with the Blackfish.
It's just the
Blackfish gets
all
2
the
power.
All the power. All the power in the universe.
I'm smelling a power rush deck, Zach.
So Stark's becoming the power rushers.
I mean, it seems like that could be a strategy that you try
That's weird
to
because
follow.
in one point El Baratheon was like the renown guys, right? But like Stark's got some renown happening,
I mean, it's Eddard
and
Stark.
they're looking great doing it.
It's great.
All right, 2 thumbs up. Gosh, that guy's good. He's so good. Just remember, that guy's awesome. That is the Eddard of your dreams if you're a Stark player.
The core set Eddard is fine,
He's good in a good deck
but paying 7 money for a 5-strength character,
that stands every time your opponent declares a challenge.
it's
is
not.
good,
It's good, but it's not that.
but it's good. 6 cost is it's the curve, right?
6 is the curve,
7
yeah.
is like your Bugatti. Like that's your
7
slot.
is this next card.
7 is this next card. which
Catelyn
is
Stark,
crazy.
5-strength, intrigue, power, 7 cost. Like I said, she's
Yeah.
loyal. She's House Tully. She's a lady.
She's House Tully.
the 7.
Side note,
Oh yeah.
totally for days.
Catelyn Stark gets +1 strength for each power she has. It's pretty good.
Okay.
And then she has a reaction after a Stark character you control is sacrificed or killed. Catelyn Stark gains 1 power, limit twice per round.
Man, Stark is just going to win so fast these days. It's going to get out of
it's true.
control. And
It's
it's like
true.
if you have the card that gains you extra power from a power challenge, like,
Superior claim.
watch out. These guys are going to win fast.
They're not slow.
No, they're the opposite of slow, called fast. Fast is what I would say. All
Gotta
right.
go fast.
She's obviously 2 thumbs up. She's the centerpiece of a new style of Stark, which is win very fast. It's a good style. You're into winning.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have the big 8-cost army, King Rob's Host. I'm so happy to see the host coming back. I can't wait to get a Targaryen host. Just saying. Military power, 8 strength, loyal army, no attachments. Man, these strengths are getting 8 strength seems so humongous in this game.
It's big.
Reaction. After you win a military challenge in which King Rob's host is participating, move a power from the losing opponent's faction card to an attacking character. 2 power instead if there's a war plot revealed.
So you're saying this guy turns a military challenge into potentially a 2-claim power challenge in addition.
It's crazy. If you are on like a 2-claim plot, a war plot, because they tend to be the 2-claimers, you know what I mean? And you win a military, you claim 2 and get 2 power.
And then you have a power challenge to do.
Unreal. The problem with that card is that it's 8 cost.
That is the problem with it. But you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. We'll get him out.
We'll get him in. We'll get him in there. All right, what's up? We're moving on.
Just wait
from the
until we get like
characters.
an army rob.
Where he just puts 1 in or something? That'd be wild. Imagine that.
Up next, we have our locations. So we're done with all the characters.
All right, we did it.
This is the Winterfell Heart Tree.
I love the theme of the heart tree.
It's a 1-cost unique location. It's Old Gods and it is Winterfell traded.
How cool is that?
It's very good. That art is good.
You know we're going to get more of these trees around the Westeros.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
It has a reaction.
All right, hit me with it.
After a phase begins, sacrifice Winterfell Heart Tree to choose a Stark card you control. Until the end of the phase, that card gains immune to opponent's plot effects.
So you're saying...
I think you're gonna Wildfire, or you're gonna Valor, if that's ever reprinted.
Come on. Valor Morghulis.
Or I think you're gonna Confiscate My Ice, or...
All men must die. Yeah, I mean, immunity is good. It's during a phase begins, and you have, like, something bad happening to the character. Like, all opponents' characters are -1 strength, or all opponents' characters are blank, or whatever, and it's like, oh, going into challenges, I'm gonna unblank my character, or... Going into plot phase, I'm going to prevent you from killing my character, that kind of a thing.
Yep.
And it's a 1-cost location, which is good. It is unique, so you won't run too many of them.
Or preventing them from kneeling my dude with,
Melisandre.
oh, not Melisandre, the kneel pot, filthy accusations.
That's right. I don't want you to touch this character.
Yeah.
I don't like that card. As in, I'm going to not like to play against that card. All right, next up, we have Winterfell. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
4-cost location, it's loyal. The North, Winterfell, each Stark character you control gets +1 strength.
That's pretty good.
Seems all right. Reaction, after a challenge is initiated, kneel Winterfell. That seems like a bummer. Then each player with a non-winter plot card revealed cannot trigger card abilities until the end of the challenge.
So that's pretty good.
You know what is the recognition here is the whole theme of Stark is, outside of winning fast, which is going to happen, you don't mess with our characters during challenges. They're good in challenges.
Mm-hmm. They can win a lot of battles.
We'll see if they win the Game of Thrones.
But yeah, I think this is...
They half will, you know what I mean?
I think this is a great location. The biggest problem with this location is that it's 4-cost. That is a huge, huge amount of money for a location.
It is roughly half your setup. 4-cost location has to be bringing the heat. Now, overall, just +1 is pretty strong.
Is very strong.
It's pretty strong.
I also think that this card could be really, really good if we ever see a House of Dreams again.
Where you start with location.
You start with location
Yeah,
and play.
we'll see. We'll see about all that. That's a little speculative for me.
I'm just saying.
Overall, pretty good. I'm curious to see how good.
Yep.
All right, so what's next? Bones.
Up next, we have Frozen Solid.
This is a classic
This
card.
was a staple in every Stark deck in 1.0.
I have a question.
Yes.
These little claws on the bottom of this card, have those always been there? On these
Yeah,
attachments?
On attachments.
That looks like a dragon claw.
A little bit. But it's actually a wolf claw.
No, that is not wolfy.
It's totally a wolf claw.
Are you kidding me?
Anyways, this is a 1-cost attachment. It's a condition. So that will Maester can get rid of it.
The old Maester Crescent,
says-
is that his name?
Non-limited location with printed cost 3 or lower only. Terminal.
This is very specific.
It's very specific.
Non-limited locations of 3 or less.
Yes.
See ya, Plaza.
So it doesn't hit attachments anymore.
All right.
And it says treat attached to locations printed text box as if it were blank except for traits.
Yeah.
It's a good card.
Yep.
See you, Plaza Pain. Pop.
It's a good card. It's not nearly as good as it once was.
And it's not going to be as ubiquitous either. I
No,
don't think.
but it will get played.
I think it'll be
100%.
index.
All right, next up we have Needle, which that art looks really great. 1-cost attachment. It's a weapon. It's Stark. It's not loyal. Stark character only. Attached character is +2 strength.
So that's already pretty good. 1 for 2
cost 2
strength.
Yep. Interrupt. And you can set it up. That's the crazy part of this game. When attached character is sacrificed, sacrifice Needle to return that character to your hand instead of placing it in your discard pile. So, sacrifice Needle. Needle goes away. Doesn't go to your hand.
Goes to discard pile.
But then the character bounces back. So if you had it on Arya, then
You could sacrifice Arya to kill someone. Then you sacrifice Needle instead of sacrificing it, you bounce her back to your hand.
that's good.
Then you can play her again next turn.
I like cards that get back cards.
It's not bad.
You know what I mean?
I do.
That's a good card.
It's a good card.
That's a real attachment. All right,
up
what's up
next? We have Nymeria.
That's Arya's wolf, right?
It's Arya's wolf. It's a 2-cost attachment.
All right.
Dire wolf.
She looks so cute.
Unique Stark character only.
All right.
Attached character gains Intimidate.
What's the word in intimidate in this game?
After you win a challenge as the attacker,
It always gets me.
you can kneel a character with strength equal to or less than the amount you won the challenge by.
So if you win by 4, you can kneel a 4 strength or less character. Okay.
And then this has an action on it to pay 1 gold to attach Nymeria to a different character once per phase.
I love it. That's just,
So you can move.
Summer's the
Intimidate
same way,
around.
where she can move around, right? Is that
Lady.
Lady. Yeah, lady. That's what I meant. Sansa's wolf.
Yeah, no,
This
it's,
is really good.
it's very good. Moving Intimidate around is incredible.
It's terrifying. Because here's the thing. I say it, and this is literally I think I've done every video for like 15 videos in a row now, which is cards that have an effect without having to do anything are the best kind of cards, right?
Correct.
Because what happens is I attack with a character, right? It's like 5 strength intrigue. Normally you could just say, well, I can't win it, so unopposed, right? But you have a 5 strength character that's really important.
And I have this on
I have
another
Nightmare
character.
on some other character and a gold left. It's like, you got to block. And now I don't even have to use the card. I can save it for the next attack. It's a problem.
It's very good. It's a very strong card.
This is
I think this is easily going to be a one of in every deck for a long time.
This is maybe
Every Stark deck.
maybe my favorite card in the box so far. That's crazy.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
It's really good. All right, next up we have Arya's Gift, which is funny because she ends up giving the gift to a lot of people. 0 cost event. Non-loyal action, move an attachment from a Stark character you control to another eligible character you control.
Now this is good.
It is particularly good because you can move from Stark to non-Stark,
Yes.
which is interesting.
So this works very well with a lot of the wolves. It gives you another chance to move that Intimidator around, another chance to move Lady around. But then, this is also good for Milk the Poppy.
Yeah, you can move that milk.
Oh, you milked my Rob? Arya's gift that to my River on Messenger.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Tumblestone Knight.
Random guy over here.
Thanks for blinking my Tumblestone
Even a
Knight.
non-random guy, anything that's just less important.
Yeah.
And it's a 0 cost event. That's nice. Obviously, it can be canceled, but if they want to cancel this,
You could also potentially move a Molten Crown.
Oh, the -4.
Yeah, if you're like putting on like my 5 strength
Sure.
Rob.
Well,
try
I
to kill him
also
later.
think even with like Lady or Nymeria there, it's like you have to pay 1 to do it, so you don't think I can do it. And I have this, and it's like, oh, actually, I do have Intimidate.
Yeah.
Sorry. Whoops.
Yeah. Whoops.
Neil. Whoops. Whoops.
But yeah, I think this is a fine card. It's 0 cost, so it's easily hands judgmentable.
Yeah. But if they're going to spend hand judgment on that, go for it.
I mean,
That's all I'm saying.
depends on the situation.
Now go for it.
If I'm moving that Intimidate over,
That's fine. Go for it.
I'm just saying.
I like that card a lot. Your deck needs to be running attachments for that to be a thing, or Milk needs to be a strong card in the meta.
Speaking of cards I like a lot, the pack survives.
This art is brutal.
It is very
that
brutal.
wolf is ginormous.
It's a direwolf thing. This is a 0 cost loyal Stark event.
All right.
It has an interrupt.
It's loyal. That means it's good.
When the effects of an opponent's event would initiate, sacrifice a direwolf card or kneel 2 Stark characters to cancel those effects.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is a lobby bar. So, unlike Hand's Judgment, you don't have to pay the gold, right?
No.
You can just sacrifice
A direwolf card.
a direwolf, or you can kneel 2 Stark characters, which is good. And this very much synergizes with like Arya and a lot of cards we've seen, like Rob, where you want to sacrifice a character to trigger an ability, where it's like, oh, you played an event, I'm going to sacrifice a random thing, stay on my board.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, it's very. I think this is a very strong card.
Yep, man, I am liking the Starks. Starks in season 6.
That's very
I like
good.
the Starks. All right, next up. You think we'll get old Manderley in season 6?
Yeah,
I hope so.
I think so.
That's
I'm
when I
down.
started liking the Starks. Anyways, as hard as Winter, it's a 1 cost Stark event, not loyal. Play only if there's a Winter plot card in your used pile. Reaction. After a Stark character you control is sacrificed or killed, put a Stark character with equal or lower printed cost into play from your hand. Woo! Wow. I couldn't even finish reading it. It was so good. I was just, goodness gravy.
Goodness gravy. You heard it here first, folks.
That is unbelievably good.
It's a strong card. And look at the art there. You see the little helmet there, the little wolf etched into the side of it.
Yeah, that's the art from the previous start box from 1.0, right? That's on the cover.
I don't know. I don't recall that.
It's further out.
I don't
Anyways,
know.
you can check it out if you're interested. This card is incredible. This is 3 thumbs up. Can you put one up for me? 3 thumbs up right here. You heard it first. Gosh, that card is so good.
It's pretty good, especially if you have a very good winter plot to open with.
I don't need to talk about that anymore.
Okay.
That is incredible.
You
3
got it.
of in Stark decks. Go for it. It's silly.
All
Silly
right.
good.
So that's it for the start cards.
All right.
Now we are moving on to the other house's cards.
The cards that matter.
I don't know that
Burn.
that's true. Literally.
Yeah,
We're going to start with Baratheon. The first card they get is Motley. It's a 1-cost attachment.
That looks mean.
It's a condition.
Wait a second.
They're just tattooing something.
Hold on. Do all the attachments have that little double stag there in the middle?
Yes.
Where have I been?
I don't know.
I'm noticing all the little things now that we're here unboxing. Anyways, go
Yes.
ahead. Motley, what to do?
It's a condition. It's an opponent's character only. The attached character gains the Fool trait.
They should definitely also have said fool and crew trait. That's all I'm saying.
Motley Crue, man. And then there's reaction. After an attached character is declared as an attacker or defender, discard 1 card at random from the controller's hand.
That hurts. That's good.
It's good. I don't know how often it's going to actually make the cut whenever you're cutting down to 60 cards.
Yeah, but it's funny
But it's
and it's good.
good.
All right.
Yeah, especially if you have a way to force them
What do
into
you
a
think?
challenge.
One thumb?
I think like a half a thumb.
Wait, right there. The old Hitchhiker's thumb. All right, next up we have Even-Handed Justice. It's a 2-cost event for Baratheon. Action, choose a standing character controlled by each player. Kneel each of those characters. Okay, my little 1-cost reducer kneels. Your
Tywin kneels.
Tywin or Mountain or Danny or Catelyn or
This
Rob.
is really even-handed. You know, it's not equal strength.
Yeah, I mean,
or-
the gods are just. The
And
gods
it's 2
are
costs,
just.
which means it's very hard to cancel with Hand's Judgment.
It's true.
Like holding on to 2 gold.
And 2 gold looks like a lot of other things. Mm-hmm. And then ends up being that, which
Yep,
is
100%.
blah.
All right, that's it for the Baratheon cards.
All right, what's up next?
Up next, we have the Greyjoy cards. We got Fish Whiskers.
Oh, fishy. Fishy whiskeys.
He's a 5-cost, 3-strength military power.
All right.
Zach. He is not loyal.
Which is good for
He's House
everyone
Botley,
else.
and he's Ironborn. While Fish Whiskers is attacking,
Fish Whiskers.
Fish Whiskers,
Is attacking, yep.
if there are more winter plot cards than summer plot cards revealed, each defending character does not contribute its strength to that challenge.
So if there's more winter going on this summer, he attacks, they don't count their strength.
Correct.
Which, in a house that wants the old unopposed,
Now,
that's opposedly good.
hear me out. This is not loyal. So you can put this in Stark.
All right?
And then you also run Old Man.
A bunch of winter
And
stuff.
then you run all winter plots.
Yeah.
And then you give their plots winter forever.
All right?
This guy can't be blocked.
He can be blocked.
Well, but they won't count the strength.
Right.
So it'd be unopposed.
Yeah, which is good.
I'm just throwing that out
for
there.
anyone that wants to win challenges.
Just throwing that out there. I hear that's pretty good.
Fish Whiskers is really good. All right, next up, the Greyjoy event, Ahead of the Tide.
How beautiful is that art?
That's what I want to see.
Riding off
Like
into
my
the
last
sunset.
moments of time. 0-cost event, interrupt. When you compare initiative, your revealed plot card gets +3 initiative until the end of the phase. If you win initiative this phase, draw a card.
Now, this is a reprint of a first edition card. But this version is much better.
It's way better. So 0-cost event. If you win initiative, you get to draw a card back. You're only going to play it. It's an interrupt. You play after reveal. You're only going to play it when you're going to win initiative.
So this always replaces itself. It helps you go first
And it
to
helps
trigger
you
all
win
your
initiative.
boats,
Yeah.
trigger all your stuff that matters.
I hear they like to have initiative.
This is a very good card that's going to go in a lot of Greyjoy decks, I think.
Yep. Watch out for the old cancels.
Up next, we have Lannister cards.
Lannister.
We have the Crossroads Sellsword.
He looks angry.
It's a 3-cost, 2-strength, military intrigue,
All right. I like these
mercenary,
icons. Yep.
non-loyal. When Crossroads Sellsword is killed during the challenges phase, gain 2 gold. Pretty good.
It's all right. I mean, 2 gold, it can help you in dominance. It can help you play some events that you...
It can help you
may not-
ambush some things that
This is
Lannister is
true.
known to have.
Yep. All right. He fits in there.
it's
He's
a
good
fine
3-coster.
card.
He's
It's a fine card.
He's non-unique, which is important, actually. That's a noted.
And the next is the best card. No.
Whoa. Best card where? I don't know what
Go
this
ahead.
is. Tower of the Hand. It looks wicked. It looks wickedly good.
Yep.
King's Landing trait, 3-cost, Lannister non-loyal. Reaction. After you win an intrigue challenge, kneel Tower of the Hand and return a participating Lannister character to your hand. To choose a character with lower printed cost control by a losing opponent. Return that character to its owner's hand. That could be good.
It's Gaston Grey from 1.0.
Yeah, so
But
what
it's not
happens here
noble.
is you attack intrigue, right? You win. You bounce one of those characters that's already attacked, and then you bounce their most important character.
Yes.
Back to their hand. And you know what's scary is when that character has like 3 power on it. And it's like,
This card, and this is repeatable. It's a location. Stays in play.
You kneel it, but
Right.
I mean, you have to bounce, right?
Right. But like, you can keep playing Tyrion every turn and bounce a 4-cost Trailer every turn because you're getting, like,
You're getting your gold back. Also, this is really good on ambush characters.
yeah,
It's like,
sure.
I can ambush them back in.
This is just
I think it's really good.
this location is very strong.
It reminds me of the Plaza for Targ, where you just have that 3-cost location that is kind of like a 1 or 2 of in most decks, because once it comes out, any number of circumstances on the board can just make this brutal.
Yeah, it's just fundamentally changes the way you have to play.
All right, I'm in. Two thumbs up there.
Yeah.
That's how good that is. You know what 2 means. 2 means we're both thumbs up in at least once.
Up next, we have Quentin Martell.
That's so funny that he's in this box.
He is a 6-cost, 4-strength, military power, non-loyal Martell character.
Got some traits going on.
He's a knight and a lord.
Yep.
So those are all pretty good.
He went to school.
And it says, while you are not the first player, Quentin Martell gets +1 strength and gains stealth. So if you're
Alright.
second player, he's a 5 strength with stealth.
Which, that's a cool way to balance that, by the way. Because you're only going to give him the extra strength and stealth when he's going second.
Correct.
If he's going first and had that, that could be
Very
painful.
good. He also has an interrupt that says, when Quentin Martell is killed, choose and kill a character with a lower strength than his.
That's cool. He's been known to,
Kill some people?
yes. We'll leave it there. He's pretty good. 6 cost is weird. Martell continues to be that house that just like,
Gets the weird stuff.
I don't know what's going on, but I know that at some point I'm going to get poisoned. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how I feel about them.
I
Anyways,
do.
Next up we have His Viper Eyes, which is 0-cost event.
And that
Cool
art,
there.
though. Oh, it's Magali. This is
Yeah.
Magali art. Duh.
Here's my surprise face. It's not surprised. Anyways, reaction. After you lose a military or power challenge as a defending player, look at the winning opponent's hand. Then choose and discard 1 card from that hand.
It's a free Scene in Flames.
Yeah, roughly.
It's good.
It's cool. I mean, like, it's just annoying. It's like, I won. And they're like, okay, let me see your hand. This Dracarys is gone. See ya.
Up next, Zach, we have
Alright.
our first Night's Watch card. This is Stone Snake.
All right, he
A
looks
5-cost, 4-strength military icon, unique ranger. It is non-loyal.
All right,
He has stealth,
which is good.
which is very good. And it says, after after Stone Snake bypasses a character using stealth, choose one of that character's keywords. Stone Snake gains that keyword until the end of the phase.
Oh, Stone Steak.
Can you say Stone Snake
no.
3 times fast?
No, Stone Snake, Stone Snake, Stone Snake.
No, it's hard. It's hard.
Get out of
Try
here.
it
Get
out.
out
Try
of
it
here.
out.
All right, we'll give you a second. Hold on, try it. See, you couldn't do it. All right, anyways, this is really good. If you're going first, you can bypass by stealth. You can gain the thing. If you have some way of standing him, you have the whole weird Night's Watch defendy, standy things, and like he's just going to get a trigger. You can steal Insight, you can steal Renown, you can steal Intimidate.
I think Intimidate and Renown are going to be the two.
It's
most
whatever you have on
common
the
ones.
board, right? It's like, oh, you have Intimidate. I'll bypass the guy with Intimidate with Stealth, and then I'll kneel someone with 4 strength.
Yep.
Thanks. And win a military challenge while I'm
pretty
at
good.
it. He's pretty good. Night's Watch, you're getting in here. Next up, we have the Shadow Tower. 1-cost, non-loyal location for the Night's Watch. The North, reaction. Look at that art.
It is unique.
That's my reaction. In the North, reaction. After you win a challenge as the defending player, kneel the Shadow Tower to choose a character controlled by the losing opponent. That character cannot be declared as an attacker at this phase.
That's pretty good.
So you win a challenge, choose one of their characters. They
can't
can't
attack.
attack.
That's pretty good.
That could be important.
This will be a one of in most Night's Watch decks.
Tim's the king of the one-ofs.
Up next, we have Ago.
Where are you going?
Ago the story.
Oh boy.
He is a 5-cost, 4-strength Targaryen non-loyal character with a military and intrigue icon.
Yep.
He's a Blood Rider.
Hey.
And a
More
Dothraki.
importantly, he's Dothraki. Eventually, Dothraki are going to be a deal.
More importantly, he's Blood Rider right now because that means he gives Ricardo Intimidate,
All right.
which is good.
We need more blood riders.
We do. He has an action.
You
If
think
there
we'll-
is a summer plot card revealed, choose and stand a Blood Rider character. Limit once per round.
That's all right.
So he can stand
He's
himself
or
period.
other blood riders.
or Ricardo.
So my question is, when do we get the Dany that is good with blood riders and Dothraki? Also, spoiler alert, I'm a big Dothraki fan in the original game and hopefully in the future game. So I cannot wait to see more of this. This is pretty good. Assuming we get more blood riders, he is a Dothraki, which is good for them. And I hope that we see this theme just keep developing.
And I think we will. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very easy theme to keep developing, I feel like.
Right now, he's okay.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Stand is good. He's okay. It's just He needs more.
Yeah.
We need more Dothraki and Blood Riders.
Which we
period.
will. They're
And we'll get
just
them.
seeding cards for the future.
All right, next up, we have Dragon Sight. So 1-cost event, Targaryen, non-loyal.
How about that art, first of all?
It's really good. I've always loved that art. Action, each participating non-dragon character gets -1 strength until the end of the challenge.
Okay, so this card is obviously good with any of the terminal effects.
All of Targ.
It's good with all of the terminal effects. It's good with the plot. It's good with Dracarys. It's good with Plaza.
Throw from the North has been, oh no, it's not Throw from the North, it's the
It's
Dragon
Targ
plot.
plot. I forget what it's called. Blood of the Dragon, I think is what it's called.
I thought it had something to do with flame.
It might be.
Fire.
It's the -1 strength to everything that
I
is
got
zero.
it. Yeah. This is good.
This is good with all of those
This
things.
is just burn. This is burn
But-
developing. Yeah.
There's also, this just messes with challenge math.
Yeah.
Like this just -1 to each participating non-dragon.
Those turns where you really need to win the power and you send 4 dudes and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, it's just a very strong card. 3 out in every target deck.
Every time I get a new burn card, I'm getting more and more excited.
Yeah.
I can feel the
Which is
flames rising in my heart.
Completely fair.
So Dragon Sight, really good card.
Yep.
I can't wait to see more Dothraki and more burn.
Yep.
So
Yep. No, I get
Let's
it.
get there.
I am not excited to see more Dothraki.
You know what I can't wait
but
for?
I'm also excited for it.
you want to get excited?
Yep.
Picture a Targ box. Just saying.
No,
All right.
I don't care.
What's next?
Pish.
Pish.
Up next, we have House Florent Knight.
He looks so noble.
He is. He's a Florent Knight. Come on.
All right.
He's a 5-cost, 3 strength, military intrigue, non-loyal, House Florent Knight. That's funny. His traits are House Florent Knight, and that's his name.
Oh, man, that's really not that funny. But go
And he
ahead.
has a force reaction. After House Florent Knight enters play,
Is that his name or his traits?
yes, correct. After he enters play,
Oh,
choose
boy.
a character with the lowest strength in play and discard it from play.
That's all right. It's fine.
Now he's 3 strength, so it's not like it's going to be uncommon for him to be the lowest one.
I will discard thyself. All right. You know what? This card's name just confuses me. To the Rose Banner. What does that mean? Like, we cheering to it? 0-cost event. To the Rose Banner. Wait, sorry, I have to say it correctly. To the Rose Banner! Exclamation. Marshalling action. Choose a Tyrell character you control. Gain X gold, or X is that character's strength. Then sacrifice that character. Wow. You know, this is actually better than you think it is. 1, it lets you get a bunch of gold. 2, it lets you get a bunch of gold from, say, a character that's been milked. Get rid of the milk.
Mm-hmm.
But then you might have that character in your hand to put back into play. It's like, oh, you milked my Marjorie. I'm going to get rid of her and put her back into play.
You can also,
Oh, man, no, I'm sorry. The visual there was
just
just
throwing
wrong.
this out there, if you're really strapped for cash, you could use Marjorie on
Oh,
your
for strength,
reducer.
get extra gold.
Get 4 gold.
See, this is what I'm talking
Then
about.
reduce and then get 4 gold.
This is just some weird Rose Banner math. I
There
like
should be a
it.
card called Rose Banner Math.
Oh, I'm sure that's in the next pack. That's an okay card.
All right, so that is it for the house cards. Up next,
Sing me a song near the piano, man.
we have the neutrals.
All right. Any good neutrals in the box?
The first one is Mance Raider. This art is fantastic,
I'm
first of
hoping
all.
for some music right there.
He's a 7-cost, 5-strength king and wildling.
All right.
He's a Tricon, military intrigue and power. So
All right.
already, he has renown.
So we're going to see some wilding themes
So
happening
all of
here.
those things are great.
All right.
There's not a bad thing about 7-5
he's a king.
Tricon with renown, with a king.
This is not
And-
good. I mean, not bad.
and a wildling.
Not good. You know what I mean?
This is good.
All right.
And then he has this ability. Each wildling character in your hand gains ambush X. X is that card's permanent cost.
So they all gain
'Cause
ambush.
all wildlings ambush.
All right.
Which is so thematic.
It's beautiful.
It's
Once they're with
so
Mance, they're ready to spring.
Thematic. It's
Yeah.
so good. But then he also has another ability.
All right. Tell me more.
He says, while there is a winter plot revealed, which, guess what? You build your plot deck so you can just put a lot of winter plots in your deck.
You put all winter in. Secret.
Reduce the cost to ambush each of your wildling characters by 1.
So not only do they get ambush, they all get -1 cost. I'm excited. I want to see Wild Index, man.
This card is great.
And he's a Tricon
With renown.
Man, there's going to be some weird Wildling deck that is just annoying at some point.
Imagine if we get a wildling agenda.
We wouldn't get that. What if we get 3? Yeah, I've been there. All right, next up. 3 costs, young spearwife, military icon, 2 strengths. She's a wildling. She's a strong little wildling. While you have less power on your faction card than an opponent, young spearwife gains stealth.
Solid.
A 2-cost
Goes in a
military
wild, then
icon with
3
stealth.
cost, 2 strength.
That's what. Oh, I'm picturing Mance. Sorry.
Yeah.
Drop in the 2-coster with stealth. That's pretty good. And the art is wicked.
Yeah. It's just a generic card that can get stealth if you're
It's a
behind.
generic wildling.
It's good. It's
Yep.
good.
All right.
Up next, we have one of the most generic cards ever.
Yeah.
And it's a very good card, I think. It's a 2-cost, 2-strength, intrigue power icon character called the House Maester. It's neutral, and it has the Maester trait. This is one of the most vanilla cards you'll ever see.
Literally not. Outside the fact that this just means they're going to continue developing the Maester trait.
I think
it.
this is just a solid
It's a
card
good
to
low
put in your
card.
deck.
Yep.
And it can help trigger Maester things.
And you can play the plot to go get him, right?
Just
It's a
Maester
free little
things.
2-cost character.
Yep.
And then anything the Maesters want to do. So it's all right. Next up, we have Tourney Grounds. 1-cost location, neutral, non-limited, non-house specific, contested. Westeros, action. Kneel Tourney Grounds to reach the cost of the next event. You play this phase by 1. Okay.
It's pretty good if you are running a lot of events.
I like to run events.
You do.
Especially events that cost money.
It's pretty good.
All right.
Generic.
All right.
Up next, we have Green Dreams.
All right. This art is insanity.
It's bonkers. It's a 0-cost attachment. It's a dream. It's terminal. It's funny to me that a dream is an attachment. Doesn't that feel like an event to you?
Depends on who
Like
you are. I guess.
thematically, I feel like, I don't know. I'm not the designer. Who am I?
Well, let's see what it does.
It
and
has a
I can tell you what
reaction.
I feel.
After attached character is knelt, look at the top card of your deck. You may put that card on the bottom of your deck.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
So ultimately, if your opponent or you have a card that is like standing kneeling a lot, this is a interesting attachment for me. It lets you filter your deck, right? So in Game of Thrones, card draw is super critical, and not drawing the wrong cards is just as important as drawing extra cards. So you look at the top of your deck, you have an econ card, and it's turn 5. You don't need it, so you put it on the bottom.
Yeah.
I think that's useful. I don't know if a 0-cost slot works. It is an attachment, though, so that means you can set it
You
up.
can set it up. It's good for setup.
Yeah.
Unless you draw like 4 of them.
Also,
then
if
you're
there,
cheating.
if there ever comes a day when there's some weird thing playing cards from the bottom of your deck happening, it gets even better.
You mean like I never bet against my family?
What's that do?
You look at the top 5 or the bottom 5 cards of your deck and put a unique Lannister into play, and then discard them at the end of the phase. I think
When did that come out?
one of the packs.
Well, yeah, well.
You have to nail your house card for it. It's
Well,
fine.
it's a Lannister card, but that's so that's good. That's obviously awesome synergy, right? It's like I'm gonna put a unique Lannister on the bottom. I'm gonna play a unique Lannister from the bottom, and I'm not drawing. Like it's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Up next, we have the healing expertise.
Go for it.
Well, you're next. Go ahead.
It's cool. All right, 0-cost event. Citadel traded. Interrupt. When a non-army character you control will be killed, kneel a Maester character to save it. Old Vanilla Bean is coming back onto the scene.
Vanilla Bean.
Having, again, just developing that Maester trait, having Maesters out. I like, in 1.0 there was this weird agenda where there's a lot of Maester shenanigans going on. Hopefully we never see those days. But
Maester's Path.
I like the theme of Maesters in this game, where they're just really they're just providing those, they're not the main thing, but they're helping you along the way,
Yeah.
right? They're saving your characters, they're discarding attachments, they're boosting, it's just all good.
Yeah.
All
It's-
good.
It's very interesting.
All right.
Up next, we have Tithe.
Look at that. Oh, frankly.
It's a 0-cost event. It's an
All right.
action. Kneel a neutral character to gain 2 gold.
See, that's really good.
It can be.
I'm in.
It could also be a dead card,
It could be a dead card. Depends on your deck.
obviously. But like, it's one of those things that like
Economy is big. An immediate, non-limited 2 gold from random.
you can also
generic.
surprise doing this during challenges.
Yep.
Like I'm doing
I'm gonna gain
military
2.
for 5.
Gain 2.
You wanna
Just
go-
put to the
just
sword.
put it on
See you
pose,
next
yeah,
week.
gain 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it. We
Okay.
get it.
I think that card is an interesting econ card.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, next up we have A Time for Wolves.
We're in the plots now.
It's a Stark plot. It's loyal. It's got 6 reserve, which is crazy. It's also worth noting, it was designed by 2002 North American champion Dan Seafelt.
2012.
2012. Is it 2002?
Yeah.
Missed it 1. It's crazy. 3 gold, 1 initiative, 1 claim, 6 reserve. Already said that. Winter traded, which is good. When revealed, search your deck for a Direwolf card, reveal it, and add it to your hand. If that card's printed cost is 3 or lower, you may put it into play instead. Shuffle your deck.
This is a good card.
Boom. I love that they did the 3 or less put it into play. It doesn't limit you from getting the 4 cost, stronger things, 5 cost if there ever is that.
Greywind.
But is he 5? I thought he was 4.
It's 5.
You can still get him, but if you get a 3 cost or less, you get to put it into play.
So you can just go get Intimidate and put it on one of your characters.
By Intimidate, you mean Nymeria? Correct.
can
Also,
go,
the fact that Nymeria has Intimidate makes me happy.
It's good. It's good. This is a great plot. It's going to go in any deck with a Direwolf theme.
Holy bazingas, I saw the next plot.
Yep. Up
I like that
next-
plot. Stark will use it. It's winter, and it has good stats.
And it's 6 in reserve.
Yep.
It's just good. Up next, we have Fallen from Favor, Zach. This is a 7 gold, 7 initiative, 1 claim, 7 reserve plot. It's an edict. Those are good stats. Those are really good stats.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, when revealed, sacrifice a character you control.
This is remarkably good.
Yeah.
Remarkably good. Remarkably good. It's not kingdom traded. You can't 0 gold it, right? Is a 0 gold also an edict?
Yeah.
You can 0 gold it. My bad. So this is still just remarkably good. So 7 gold with 7 initiatives, crazy. 7 reserves, crazy. Sacrifice a character. Come on. Come on, dude.
And that art.
There's so many characters that you're just okay sacrificing.
Yep.
This is the Game of Thrones, man. That's what you do is you sacrifice the characters that don't matter.
Yep.
Sometimes the characters that do. That's a great plot. Two thumbs up. I'm going to give it 3 thumbs up, but I don't want to ask you to do that too many times. All right, next up we have Snowed Under, 5 cost, 0 initiative, 1 claim, 6 reserve. It's winter traded. It's like there's a theme here. Treat the base initiative value on each revealed plot card as if it were 0. That's cool. It's 5 gold winner, 6 reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's going to be a toss for initiative unless you have initiative cards in your deck.
Which you could do.
Yep.
You can build to this. You can not.
And I'm sure, guaranteed, there's going to be cards that say, do X under your initiative, right? Like in the first edition, put a character into play that's less than your initiative. So like, just 0
no, I mean, it's just going to be a plot. It's going to be around the whole game.
And 5 gold is strong.
It's 5 gold in winter is the takeaway from that.
Yep. All right.
Up next, we have the Long Winter. I wonder if this is winter traded.
I bet you not.
4 gold, 2 initiative, 2 claim. That's really good.
Yep.
4/2/2, 4 reserve, limit 1 per plot deck.
Yeah, that is not common.
It is winter traded, and this art is fantastic.
Yeah, you're just really digging in here. It's good.
Whew. When revealed, each player without a summer plot card revealed discards 1 power from a card he or she controls.
So you would do that.
Yep.
Unless you had old Nan you out. She does that
Yeah,
after
you can
though.
give a summer, yep.
But this is when revealed, so does she have a chance to do that?
Yeah, because she is an interrupt when you reveal plots.
Cool. There it is.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
So they have to discard a power from a card they control.
Without a summer plot.
Yeah.
So you would do that too.
Sure.
You can also play this as your opening plot.
It doesn't matter. It's the 4/2/2 that can bring the pain.
As
And
long
it's
as you
winter
can empty
traded.
your hand enough.
Yep. All right, cool. Next up, we have a Song of Summer.
Sing me a song of summer.
Summer traded, 6 reserve, 5 gold, 3 initiative, 1 claim. While there are no winter plot cards revealed, each character you control gains +1
I'm
strike.
going to make a statement, Zach.
This is good.
This is going to be a standard plot.
This
in a
is
lot of decks.
like, this is just that consistently good. You get 5 gold. Assuming they're not playing winter, you just have +1. And that's
And
powerful.
if they are playing winter, sure.
It's fine. It's not like it's a caution or anything, but
And
it's,
then this also combats the last plot and then other winter plots similar to it.
yeah, I think it's good.
It's just
It's a solid summer plot.
a generically
And
good plot.
do you think we'll ever get more summer stuff
Yeah.
developed? And all that kind I'm just kidding, of course we
It's
will.
like we're getting agendas for summer and winter.
Watch out for the old Viper's Nest.
Up next,
Yep.
we have Weapons at the Door. This
This-
is another plot deck limit 1.
I love this art.
It's 3 gold, 9 initiative,
All right,
1 claim.
9. This many.
Not many.
9 minis.
6 reserve.
All right,
It's an edict.
limit 1.
Limit 1. It's a forced reaction. After the challenges phase begins, return each card with the printed attachment card type to its owner's hand.
So all attachment. How flavorful. Weapons at the door. So all the attachments go back. This is a beautiful answer if you're not running very many attachments to Milk of the Poppy.
How good is that art?
To your
Man,
opponent's attachments. This is Bugatti, dude.
the art in this game is insane, guys.
Yep, they've done it. They've done it.
They succeeded.
So that card's really good.
It's very good.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Agreed. All right, last up, the final card in the box. We have Ranger's Cash. 6 reserve, 3 gold, 0 initiative, 1 claim. It's kingdom traded and winter. Interrupt. When the taxation phase ends, either draw 2 cards or gain 3 gold.
This is a good plot
I think this is really, really good.
because either you're getting more cards or you're getting 3 gold for the
And
next
this is
turn.
post-taxation. So you've already discarded down to reserve. You've already discarded your gold. You're going to have this going into your
So you
next
can end with 6 cards, and then the next turn you have 8 cards, and then 10 because of 2 for turn.
Yeah,
Or you can have 3 extra gold next turn.
which is also powerful. Because the thing about gold in this game is it's not really about, it's just about what you can do with X number of gold in a single turn.
Yep.
So like going from, we saw the 7 gold plot, right? It's like if you start there and then your next turn is a 7 gold plot and you get +3, the things you can accomplish with 10 gold in a single turn,
Are numerous.
they are numerous. All right, so that has been every card from Wolves of the North and what we think about them. My question for you, Mr. Bones, is best card in the box.
Best card in the box. That's an
This
easy.
is zero planned, by the way. I'm putting them on the
This
screen.
is an easy answer.
Yeah, I'm going to look through here really quick.
I'm just doing one run through. The best card in this box, Zach.
Best or favorite? You tell me.
I'm going to say the best card in the box is the Tower of the Hand.
Really?
But it's not my favorite. My favorite card is probably Sansa.
You know what my favorite card is?
Dragon Sight.
You bet. You bet. All right, that has been our Wolves of the North unboxing. Again, if you are not a Covenant subscriber, you should check that out. You can sign up. We'll automatically send you every chapter pack and deluxe expansion as they come out. You don't have to do anything except sit there and receive the packs as soon as they come out.
Open your door. Pick it up.
That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will catch you on the rest of our Game of Thrones LCG coverage. See you guys.
See you guys.